Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastors. By myself today. Audrey's enjoying some time off with our daughter. Um, so I've got another little parable from Peter Rollins to share with you today. This is a little twist on a familiar story from the Gospels, the story of blind Bartimaeus who receives his sight. You can get a view of the cat down here. Blind Bartimaeus shouts out to Jesus on the road, um, and Jesus restores his sight. But this is a twist on such a story. So this again is Peter Rollins, the Orthodox Heretic, collection of contemporary parables. Near Jericho, a great scribe was sitting one day quietly reflecting by the roadside. As he contemplated life and faith, a large and noisy crowd stumbled by. The scribe became intrigued by all the activity, as this was usually a relatively relaxed and quiet place to sit, so he called out to one of the passers-by, "What's happening?" The man he addressed didn't stop, but shouted excitedly, "Jesus of Nazareth is approaching the city." The wise man had heard much talk about Jesus, and so he eagerly joined the crowd. After some walking, everyone came to a halt, and silence descended on the crowd. As the scribe looked up, he saw Jesus walking through the masses, talking with people and healing them. As he watched, a cry welled up from deep within him, and he began to shout, "Son of David, have mercy on me, a sinner." Those who led the way rebuked him and told him to be quiet, but the scribe shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." As Jesus came near, he stopped and asked the man to approach. When the scribe came near, Jesus touched him and said, "Your faith has healed you." At that moment, the scribe was blinded and began to cry out like a fool. When all the people saw what had taken place, they were horrified, but Jesus paid no heed to them. Instead, he put his hand on the shoulder of the scribe and whispered, "You will be blind for a little while." To this, the man replied with a smile, "O Lord, it does not matter in the least. For the moment you touched me, I saw all that I ever needed to see." So it's a reversal of the story of Bartimaeus. The scribe doesn't uh, receive his physical sight. Instead, he's blinded. But in the blinding, in the touch of Jesus, he realizes what it means to truly see. Um, Sight is often a metaphor in Scripture for understanding, for um, coming to get the magnitude and significance of Christ and faith. Um, and in this case, it's a reminder that maybe what we see um, as crisis could be uh, opportunity to see more deeply. That's not to say that Jesus is causing crisis, um, but we have an opportunity um, to look into this time and see with eyes of faith what God means to us and what the significance of Christ's movement around us is. Um, so even in those moments when you feel blinded, um, take sight of Christ. Today's joke comes from Jeff Strong at church. So remember, you can always send us jokes because we're running out. You saw what happened yesterday. Um, so this one is from Brother Jeff. A priest, a rabbit, and a minister walked into a bar, and the rabbit says, "I think I might be a typo." Mm. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. The communal groan joins you. All right, folks. Have a good day. Find moments to see.